Hey, I'm Tashaka Armstrong, and thank you for joining me for another Tech for the Rest of Us. Today, we are taking a look at Motorola's Moto Z Play 2. Now, this is the second iteration, the second generation of the Z Play that they put out last year, and I have to say, I am loving this phone because it got one of my favorite features from another Motorola phone, the G5 Plus. That is the fingerprint scanner that acts as a touchpad. It does not disappoint. Also, first gen Moto mods, they still fit. That's a big deal. I'm gonna tell you why.
The Z Play 2 still rocks the 1080p screen at 5.5 inches with the traditional 16:9 aspect ratio, but the processor has been updated to Qualcomm's Snapdragon 626 SoC, and things are plenty fast enough with this mid-range chipset. The rest of the hardware is solid spec. You get USB-C and keep your 3.5mm headphone port. The power, volume, up and down buttons are on the right side, nothing on the left, and your SIM/micro SD tray is up top, along with the microphone. On the front of the phone, you get an f2.2 5-megapixel front-facing camera with dual LED dual-tone flash. You can see a selfie I took in my car while I was stopped and how vibrant and detailed the image was. I've also taken some selfies indoors to show the difference. With that 2.2 aperture, the front-facing camera does pretty decent in low light. Also on the front is the lone speaker on the phone, which gets loud enough to play music at a decent level. The most exciting thing on the front of the phone, heck, the entire phone, even more so than the mods, is the fingerprint scanner. I absolutely loved the way Lenovo handled the implementation of the fingerprint scanner on the Moto G5 Plus. One-button nav allows you to swipe left or right to either go back or for recent apps. Tap quickly to go home, touch and hold until you feel a short buzz to lock the screen, touch and hold until you feel a long buzz to launch Google Assistant. The functionality is rock solid, works like a charm, and you'll get more screen real estate once those soft buttons are gone. This phone is thin. I mean, real thin. But being super thin comes at a price where the rear camera is concerned. And that means if you don't have one of the Moto style shells, you're going to have a noticeable camera hump protruding precariously from the back of the phone. Good news though, Lenovo has updated the camera on the Z Play 2. While it doesn't have optical image stabilization, it does have a faster lens and focus than the previous gen device. That lack of OIS is going to hurt you in low light conditions, but the camera is an improvement and takes passable photos in low light and good photos in solid lighting conditions. Why would you buy the second gen of this modular phone? I mean, if you're going to sell the public on a modular phone with accessories, which aren't necessarily inexpensive, Hasselblad model, I'm looking at you, then they better be able to get more than one phone cycle's use out of those mods. Lenovo does not disappoint in this area. Moto mods from the first gen devices also work with the Moto Z Play 2. So that Hasselblad camera you bought, it works. The extended battery mod, slap it on, you're good to go. And if you're really into the modular thing, Lenovo has released some new mods this go round. The new style shells, for example, now feature 10-watt wireless charging for a speedy top-off. If you don't want to pay $40, you can get the old school, the previous gen Moto-style shells for $20. Overall, Lenovo's Motorola Moto Z Play 2 is a solid phone, and the fact that first-gen mods work with this second-gen equipment is definitely a confidence builder if you're considering buying into this ecosystem of products. At $300 to $400 less than higher-end phones and still $200 or more less than some closely spec'd phones, the Moto Z Play 2 makes a compelling case at $408 on Verizon's network only for now. You'll need to add at least $20 to that to get that basic style shell, or $40 for the wireless charging enabled style shell, so you don't have to worry about that camera hump, and I recommend that you do that.
And that's the Motorola Moto Z Play 2. If you aren't looking for a flagship device or flagship prices, this is definitely priced right with a feature set that is compelling and a camera that works very well. If you have any questions that I did not answer in the video, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I'll get to them, we'll get them answered. Thank you for watching.